Hello everyone, welcome to another video. This video I want to talk about recent news in China involving foreigners. Okay, in Xi'an right now the situation is quite bad. Every day for the last 7 days there are more than 100 cases, COVID-19 cases. So the whole city is under lockdown. The city has Xi'an is very famous. It has about 16 million people. So what happened in Xi'an is that because they have so many cases every day, the government right now you cannot go outside. You cannot go outside. You can only go outside when you do the testing. When you go outside to go to a testing place, that's when you are allowed to go outside. But I'm not talking about like COVID-19 this time. I'm talking about the other day there was a foreigner who was filmed when he calling people's name, and right after that, not even the next day, the night, he was fired. He was an international English teacher working in an international school in Xi'an. Now in that video, he is in a room with 5-6 Chinese people. 2 or 3 of them are wearing PPEs, protective clothes, and some other 2 are like local government workers, community workers. Some are just ordinary people, waiting to do the test. Now, I don't know the beginning of it, but the people who film it, caught him he said, "F China, F you." He was very angry at the people who filmed him. He said, "F you" and "F China," and before that he said, "This is bullshit. China is bullshit." I think that bullshit is not a very strong word. I can, if some people say this is bullshit, I think it's very, it's just like sometimes Chinese people, they say bad word all the time, But when you say F China and F you, and then you give people the middle finger, which is very important. Middle finger is universal. Every person knows the meaning. So the filmer, the person who filmed this, uploaded online. Maybe some people retweeted it, and it got viral. And very, very soon he was. The police found him, and also the school knew that he was fired. And you have another incident, which also happened in Xi'an, and it also has something to do with the foreigner. Okay. That in that incident, he said something very. Oh, he spitted. Yes, he spitted on the ground. Because some Chinese people filming him doing the testing. He was angry, and he's spitting on the ground, and he was arguing with the other Chinese, and both he didn't do anything like the other dude is doing, and there's no he wasn't fired. He was also working. He is also working for an international school. He wasn't fired. This is for the first person, I think he deserves this. If you think about, if a Chinese if a Chinese teacher, in a Chinese like a Confucius school, international school, teaching Chinese, said like, America is an asshole. American people are bad. F America, F you. That Chinese would be fired. I would not be surprised about that. So and the second one, after that, his Chinese family, quickly said sorry. They say that because this foreigner, he's experienced a lot recently. He just some of his family member passed away. He's not having a good emotion. He's having a heavy heart at that time. And kind of people let it go. What I want to say is that in China, like if you are foreigners, it is very hard. It is very hard to keep your job. It is very hard. For example, if you are like an international English teacher, you will be. You should be very careful. Some people think, oh, I'm a foreigner, I can do this, I can do that. No, you are not. When you in Roma, do what Romans do, right? When you're in China, do what Chinese do. Like, not only you should do what Chinese do, you should do more than that. Because when you are in China, you are under constant watch. For example, if you're a foreign teacher, people will be looking at you. When you go to the street, people will be looking at you. When you say something online on WeChat, people will be looking at you. Some of them, they just want you to take the L, to just make mistakes, because you have people be envious of you. Not only you have people respecting you, admiring you, you have some haters just for similar reasons, like you may make 2, 3, 4 times of what they make, or just because you are from Western countries, just like that. It happens a lot. It happens a lot. On YouTube, the guy, China non-stop. He used to say a lot, and he worked for a school in Changsha, and he said a lot of crazy stuff. And soon after that, some people reported him out of school. He was fired, and also some people reported of him of the police. He was basically deported, and this is very. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. When you are working in China, your career in China, when they fire you, it means that you have to leave within a limited period, unless you have a wife in China or husband in China, that you can still living in China under spouse visa. And the second thing I want to talk about in this video is that things that you cannot say in China. First thing, politics things, you should not say that. You should not have a problem with the government. In the West, people, Americans, they can freely criticize the president, right? But in China, no. Now that if you say it publicly, some people recorded it, it may get you into trouble. If you say it online, of course, people will know that. That's number one. Number two, there's a lot of sensitive issues, like recently, Xinjiang, the Uyghurs. Do you believe, when some people say, do you believe there are camps in Xinjiang? You should say no, I don't believe that. Also, Tibet, Taiwan issue, Diaoyu Island. Yes. When people say, you should not say that Taiwan is a country. You should say that Taiwan is part of China. These are like taboos you don't say. These are like taboos. Taboos, right? Taboos. What other subjects you should not? You should also be careful of. Like COVID-19, you should not say like COVID-19 first started from China. You should say we don't know. We don't know it back from America. What else? Yes, you should not talk about the Tiananmen Square thing, because many people, especially younger people, they don't know about this. This subject has been like a taboo. Like there's no mention of this in the textbook, in the news, in other books in China, basically. Oh, Mao, you should not have a problem with. Not only you should not have a problem with the current president, you should not have a problem with the dead president, which is Mao. In the West, people may think that he made mistakes. He let Chinese people suffer. But if you say that now, say bad about that, you will also be in trouble. And also many government policies, if you should not have problem with that, because in China, you don't find people talking political things online, and very rarely you will see them. And they will not talk about politics if they're not very familiar with you, because you don't know people. They may be recording you, they may be tapping. You don't know. So like, yes, when you are in China, you should observe what Chinese do. Otherwise, you will be deported very easily. And not everything in China is very strict. In the West, you can say something that maybe like in the West you can't say. Like for example, you can say like, I don't like fat people. I don't like gay people. I don't like transgender people. No problem in China. Maybe like if you say I don't like black people, this isn't as much as backlash as you get in the West. You can say like, I don't believe in religion. I think it's a crap. In the West you may get into trouble. In China, not so much. Yeah, that's what I have to say about the news here. Keep safe, keep it safe. But despite all this, China is a very safe place to live in. Especially in the real world. I'm not saying online. In the real world, we have very few crime rate, very little crime rate. The COVID-19, the government is handling it quite well. There hasn't been a case in the city I'm living in like for a year. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you like this video. I'm out.